almost applied for 80 to 100 jobs, almost all rejections, not any positive response. I feel like a loser and I lost hope. I have fulfilled my dream of landing a civil engineering role in abroad, and I'm proud of myself. You must join as soon as possible in this job coaching program because it will teach you lots of good tips. I was following you when I was in student visa because I was so serious about my professional job.
Hi
Yes,
guys, this is 𝗙𝗚𝗙𝗪 𝗙𝗚 Educations. Welcome to another podcast with me. And in today's video, I have here with me one of our students from our job coaching program, Mr. Sudhashan. And recently he has landed a fantastic graduate civil engineer role. And the reason why I bring him on today to hopefully can inspire you guys and you can go out and follow his advice and also achieve the same outcome. So Sudhashan, for those who don't know about you, can you tell them who you are? What did you
yes,
study and what job you were looking for?
yes. Hi, I'm Sudhashan. I'm a qualified civil engineer. I did my bachelor's in civil engineering from Nepal, and this is also accredited by Engineering Australia and Engineering New Zealand as well. And on top of this, I hold a diploma in construction management, and I have few years of internship in construction management and almost 1.5 years of work experience working as a civil engineering technician. And I was also keen to start my journey as a civil engineering here in New Zealand to build my career and yeah, progress like that.
Great, great. So let's walk us back a little bit, right? First of all, when did you see us and when did you find out about us? And at that time, what made you decide to join our program?
Yes, actually, back 1 years back, I was applying for many roles in Seek and other online platforms, and I realized that this is not working. I must try something new. Being an immigrant and being at the bottom of the ladder, I must do something new. And I was researching in YouTube's and other social medias like LinkedIn, and there I found some of your videos of your previous students, and I also found some Nepalese guys, and that's why I gained more trust from of you. And yeah, I approached some Nepalese students of yours and got really positive feedback. And I thought to give it a shot.
Fantastic, fantastic. And we never look back ever since, right? Never look back. Great. And then obviously at that time, Sudarshan, I believe you must have applied for many, many jobs before you
Yes.
came to see me. At that time, how many jobs were you applying and how many you got rejection from?
I before coming to you, I almost applied for 80 to 100 jobs, and almost all rejections. Not any positive response. Only one was screening interview only, and I got rejected from that stage.
Yes. And obviously you got a lot of rejection, so
Yes.
you must feel quite disappointed. How did you feel when you keep getting no and no and no again?
And I feel like a loser and I lost hope.
Must feel very
And
bad, I guess. Yeah, must be very bad.
yes, and then I thought that I must do something extra and I must succeed. And
Mm,
there I tried almost everything. I tried to reach out to different seniors as well, tried to seek their guidance. But you were my best mentor, I can
thank
say.
you. Thank you. Thank you. And then obviously you join me, Sudharshan, and I believe you have learned a lot from our program.
Yes.
But if we can summarize them into three biggest takeaways that really life transforming for you, what would those three things be?
The things that I learned from you is to make some positive attitude first and know
Mm,
the reason why I want to succeed in civil engineering role, and that was really helpful. And second was try different methods of approaching employers directly to find a job. And there I found LinkedIn, cold call, walk-ins, sending job proposals, and coffee chat was the greatest thing. We can share lots of information about ourselves, and employers were also willing to give their information to us, like how is the culture, how is the hiring pattern, and that made me more confident instead of just relying on sick. That was much better.
of course, of course. Let's just go through some of that. You raised some great points. So you talk about cold calling. Now,
Yes.
before this program, did you know how to cold call the employers?
No, I was not aware of it. I only saw it in your podcast. Uh,
Mm. So you
yes,
didn't know that it was even possible to
yes,
directly cold call employers, am I right?
yes,
Great. And do you think for the viewers watching this, do you think it is a skill that they need to learn, or do you think they
yes.
can just pick up the phone and say some random things to the employers?
Yeah, it's must be learned. Even if you learn for first couple of weeks, you are not confident enough. It takes lots of practice after learning from you as well. That's why consistency and training in proper way it really matters. We
Absolutely.
cannot
How,
just pick the phone and call. That's not possible.
of course, of course. And how important is the Coco script, Sudashan? When I gave you the script, was that helpful? Did you use the script I gave you?
Yes, I used the script. At first, to be honest, I was doubtful. I thought it didn't work, but after practice and practice, it really worked. I had all answer what to say even before employer asked me. That was really helpful.
Wow. And that gave you a lot of confidence knowing what to say, right?
Yes,
That's really, really good. And then you talk about LinkedIn, because
yes,
LinkedIn is another thing that I teach you in the program. How useful is our LinkedIn templates and the way I teach you how to use LinkedIn? Was that making a lot of difference for you?
yes. LinkedIn was one of the greatest gift God has ever given us. It's better than our Instagram and Facebook. We can meet the potential employers and directly present our views and ask for a coffee chat. That's the quickest way to get an appointment with the potential employers.
Absolutely. And before our program, did you know how to use LinkedIn the way we taught you?
And that's a whole complete new knowledge that I learned, and I'm very happy to learn that.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think a lot of people they use LinkedIn more as a platform to apply for jobs
Yes,
rather than a platform to connect to people, right?
yes,
And even if they try to reach out to people, they don't have the right words. They don't know what to say. And if you put the wrong words in your message, no one is going to reply to you, right?
yes.
And can you tell the viewers how do you use LinkedIn to get this role? Because I think you also use LinkedIn to message them, right? So how do you use it?
Yeah, there are templates for what writing message to different people. Like for people who are just working there is different template. For directors, there is different template, and people wise there are different templates, and it's so helpful to figure out and what to say to whom. Yeah, that was really helpful for me.
Yes, yes, yes. And then you talk about job proposal, Sudashan. I think a lot of the viewers listening to this, they're like, well, what is job proposal?
Yes.
How important is job proposal? And the template we gave you, like, was that helping you to email a proper proposal to the employer?
Yes, job proposal was being proactive, which is really important in our industry. And sending employer job proposals is quite a good idea. Uh, it works even if they put some vacancy in their website. It works prior. It's like being proactive, and it is so helpful for us. There is little competition while sending those job proposals.
Yes, yes. And I think one of the things I told you at the very beginning, Sudashan, is I said 90% of the jobs are not advertised, remember?
Yes, yes,
And do you think that was a big takeaway for you? Like when I said 90% of the jobs are not advertised.
yes. That was big takeaway for me.
Yeah. And it makes you look at the job market in a completely different manner, right?
And online process is so lengthy. You have to pass multiple stages, and even it's not sure that you will get a job. I also applied for some jobs and get reply from online as well, and it was so awesome. You have to complete multiple layers, and you have to wait for months to get the reply, and even it's not guaranteed.
Absolutely. And as you just said before, the competition is just
Yeah.
too much for online jobs, isn't it?
Yes.
Just way too much. Let's talk about the elevator pitch, Sudashan, because one of the very first thing that we did for you when you came in was to finalize your elevator pitch. How
Yes.
important is having a solid pitch when you speak to the employers?
Yeah, it's the most important thing. It is the first impression that you will make to someone, and that determines whether the employer might be interested in you or not. That's the most important thing. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And before this program, did you know how to pitch to the employers?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know what to say when I first approached the employer. Yeah, that was quite helpful for me.
Very, very good. Probably last two questions, Reshan. So for those who are curious, can you just quickly walk them through the whole process? How do you land this role? Like from how do you use the cold call? How do you use the LinkedIn? How do you use the pitch so that they can imagine how you put everything that I taught you all together?
Yes, the first thing I did was I made CV, cover letter, elevator pitch, and portfolio as well. And
Mm.
I made myself equipped, and I did some cold calls to employers and asked for advices. I was first trying structure engineering jobs, but they said that structure is completely different part compared to civil engineering. And instead of being nervous, I told them, "Can you give me some referrals about the civil engineering companies?" And there they gave me reference of some civil companies, and then I immediately called those companies. And at first they didn't pick my call, and later after half an hour they called me back, and immediately I introduced myself with my elevator pitch and asked if they are hiring some graduates like myself, or they're just seeking for people with 2 to 3 years of work experience. At the time, I think I talked with the right guy. He was the CEO and principal of that company, and he said, "Yes, we are giving chance to graduates as well as our team is growing. And the most important thing we look for people like yourself is attitude and willingness to learn. Other technical skills can be taught." And I was so excited. And at first, I tried to book an interview with them. However, at that time, the things didn't went in my favor, and I was a little bit disappointed at that time. However, I didn't give up. I sent follow-up emails and sent emails to HR, CEO, different persons working in that company. I used the information from rebuttal manual as well. That if someone
Oh,
refuses you, how to tackle in that situation. I use that as well, and I send job proposal as well with the help of email. And I went to the office, left my number and email to them,
amazing.
and I used LinkedIn as well. I tried almost everything. And in January, I again follow up with them. And at that time, their plan was changed, and they were willing to take graduate as well. And they were observing all the applications, and they thought that there are 4 to 5 guys who are approaching like that, but they realized that the all guys are same, and that is me, and they're so impressed. And at that time they thought of giving me a chance to me, and they immediately called for a coffee chat
Mm.
to my skill sets and how I can add value to the team. And one thing I did was I was looking the job in a regional area which is 6 hours away from this area where I'm living, and I told that I'm living there. And however, I was living in the city at that time when the employer called me for a coffee chat. And he called me for the next morning when I was still in the city. And at that time, I didn't want to miss that opportunity. I thought of nothing and just went there driving 6 hours non-stop and reached
Man.
there on time. And that coffee catch-up really worked well for me. And at the same time, the employer was so impressed with me that he immediately told me that we are giving something to you, even if it's a internship or some kind of for temporary roles. And there they offered me a fixed term contract for 6 months, which is very good for me as a graduate.
Amazing. And that's exactly what you've been looking for, isn't it?
Yes. And I also learned that if you want your dream role, you have to try something new. You cannot just apply online and dream of your dream role. It's not possible in my experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my God. You know what? When I listen to that, I'm so proud because you literally do everything that I tell you. And
Yes,
I'm just and that is so powerful, right?
yes,
And for the viewers watching this, if you're really willing to put in the effort and following my advice, the result is inevitable. It's just
yes.
inevitable, right?
And I also booked an interview call with Kylie, and that really helped me as well.
Oh, tell them about that. How is our interview preparation? Was that useful?
And that was really useful. You gave me every tips and advice and what kind of questions they will ask in your interview. And exactly, they asked me the similar kind of questions. They didn't ask me technical questions. They just asked from my CV, looking at what you did previously, and mostly was kind of soft skill questions. What are your strengths? What are your weakness? How have you solved your problems for your previous employers? And how do you handle yourself in a difficult situation? Those kind of
Mm,
problem, see
mm.
questions. And Kylie prepared me well to tackle those questions as well.
And you follow all the star models and all the things that we've said, right?
Yes.
Man, this is so good, man. So for the last two here, Sudhashan, is how do you feel now to finally landed your civil engineer role?
I felt like I have fulfilled my dream of landing a civil engineering role in abroad. Yes, and I'm proud of myself. It feels like my all stress are removed from now on. I just have to work, and yeah, I'll definitely prove myself. I'm confident now.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I have no doubts in that. So for those who are watching this, Sudhashan, and they are thinking of joining our job coaching program, would you
Yes.
recommend them to join us? And if yes, what are maybe three reasons why they should join our program?
Yes, I'll definitely recommend to join your program because the first reason will be he will teach you something that you are not aware of, and these things really works. And second reason is Leo not just only teach about the job hunting process, he also develops positive attitude in yourself. And the third reason is Leo pushes you beyond your limits. Yes,
Yeah, I make sure you get out of your comfort zone, right?
yes, yes. And in my experience, if we apply for more junior roles, we may got some luck and get some offers. But if you are aiming for your dream role, you have to do some extra, like Leo teaches you.
Absolutely. And do you think that it is more important than ever to use my techniques because of the competitions that are having going on right now? This is very important to do that.
Yes, it's very important at this moment because in New Zealand, it is said that it is the darkest moment after 1990s. The economic crisis is huge at this moment, and it's so hard to land a job at this moment. Even the company directors are saying me this thing,
Wow.
and it's so important to apply these techniques to land a job.
Absolutely. And despite that, you still be able to land the job using the information that we gave you. So
Yeah.
that is extremely helpful. And for those who are curious, you are on a temporary visa now, or are you a PR there, or what's going on?
I'm in a special visa where I can only work as a civil engineer. That is temporary visa. I cannot work in supermarkets or other places. I can only work as a civil engineer. That was so tough for me, and I got the job. I'm so
Oh,
proud of
God
it.
bless you, man. God bless
And
you.
it opens the pathway for my residency. Now I can apply for my residency after some months.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How important it is to get a job in your own field in order to get a permanent residency for you.
Yeah, it's the topmost priority. Without a field job, you cannot land a permanent residency here. You must work in a skill job. That's the
Absolutely.
only way.
Because I think there's a lot of people out there, they are trying to look for shortcuts, right? They try to look for the easy way,
Yes,
but there's no such thing as an easy way. And
yes,
if you want to be successful, you got to put in the work, and
yes,
then you become like yourself, right?
yes. There are lots of distractions in the journey, but you should avoid from those and just focus on your dream job.
Man, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Is there any word of advice you have for the people who's watching this? Maybe this is the last question here. So, any word of advice for those who are struggling and they feel like they're giving up because they keep getting rejected? Any words of advice for them?
Yes, I will advise that it's never too early, it's never too late. You must join as soon as possible in this job coaching program because it will teach you lots of good tips. And I was following you when I was in student visa because I was so serious about my professional job. And in the while I was in student visa, I made connections in LinkedIn as well. And that connection did not is not built in a day. It takes months of patience and hard working to build the connections. That's why don't wait for being graduated. Just start it today or sooner so that you can build connections. And when you are graduated from your college, you can land a permanent role easily because people will give you jobs, not the online platforms. Yeah, I believe.
Absolutely. And Sudhashan, please help me spread my words to more people, right?
Yes,
So we can help more engineering or any international student like you to land the dream jobs that you deserve. Because my goal is to get to 1,000 people in the next
yes,
2 years. So right now we are about 400 something, so we have a while to go. But at this pace, I hope that we can make it to change people's lives. Because seeing
yes.
people like you succeed, man, is a motivation for us. This is life transforming. This is life
I'll
transforming.
definitely tell you. No worries at all.
Okay, my man, thank you so much. Okay, we take care. Okay, and we
Yeah,
see you soon. Okay, bye bye.